Hello, guys, and welcome to the first week of Ryzen Esports. I am Keldon Ripotedlin, joined with,
Oscar Firestar Aguirre.
and we're really excited to be casting Lmao Ayyy Gaming versus Silverwolves. What do you think about today's games, Firestar?
Today's games, I think, are going to be okay. Teams are still pretty new and fresh off the block. Maybe not have that much games together yet, but they should be fun.
Yeah, and we have a poll going on about what team you think is gonna win, and it's in the chat right now. And let's see which team has more fans, even though it's still the first week.
Yeah.
And we will be starting Champ Select in a few moments. But what are you looking for today, Firestar? What player is gonna shine?
I feel like Raptor on Silverwolves is support. I did my research on him, and he seems to be a pretty good player, and I'm looking for him to carry his bot lane.
Talking about their bot lane, their 80 carry actually came in last second, so they almost had to give up a ban and play their sub, but they will not be doing that. So we will have both original teams. And remember, these games are going to be best of 3, and it'll be interesting to see which team is going to come on top, especially since we haven't actually streamed or watched any of these games, so it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, everyone's new. There's no real scouting in games yet. Hopefully we could see some good games.
Yeah, so we actually have composed some trash talking videos, so it'll be quite interesting to see how each team's team culture is gonna be like. And yeah, go ahead.
With Lmao Ayyy Gaming, I'm pretty sure I know what their culture is going to be like, and that's memes.
Yeah, like their name says it all, and it's pretty funny that the acronym is actually lag. But anyways, we're up and going into the Champ Select, and we have the first ban, Graves.
Graves, king of the jungle, one of the better junglers. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wait, what? So LeBlanc coming off the table right now, and Rogue the Shadow does play some LeBlanc, but LeBlanc hasn't really been a power pick as of late with all these nerfs coming through. And Caitlyn, that's one of the picks that has been quite popular in this meta.
Yeah, with Caitlyn, just big lane bully, lots of pressure, lots of sieging, and we have Thresh. Thresh very good at capturing and playing off enemy mistakes and positioning. Very good ban.
And we have 10 seconds down the last Silver Wolves ban. And it is going to be the Darius.
Huge lane bully. In lower elos, just takes advantage of top laners who don't know how to play against it. I would say a very good ban as well.
Yeah, especially since this is still week 1. Teams are still getting used to playing with each other, and not being able to being on the same page and communication might be obstacle to playing against a Darius. And Lmao Ayyy Gaming picks Ashe first pick, and Silver Wolves, yeah.
Ashe, very good utility, very good capturing people out with her arrow. Not very surprised that Lmao Ayyy Gaming didn't ban the Karma, as their mid laner is a little bit of a Karma one trick.
Yeah, so I actually talked to some of these players from Lmao Ayyy Gaming, and the first thing that they told me was their mid laner is a Karma one trick, but they didn't ban it, which is a statement in itself because I don't think they're that scared of playing against that Karma.
Yeah, no respect at all for their mid laner.
Oh, and Ari picked up here. Ari has been pretty strong in this patch. With
Yeah,
so sorry.
their mid laner is mostly an AD player, I think, if I'm remembering right, and only has like two mid laners that he plays, and one's Ari, the other's Annie. So a little surprised they let him have it.
Yeah, so the two teams, Lmao Ayyy Gaming's team comp is really shaping up with that Ash Arrow into the Rumble Ultimate, and that'll be quite interesting to see. They have a pretty strong pick comp, and Elise is taken off the table as Lmao Gaming hasn't picked a jungler yet, so they're gonna try to ban out. They're gonna try to ban out the jungler's champion pool.
Twisted Fate ban, even though I'm pretty sure the Karma is mid. I don't really understand that ban right there.
One thing that's pretty interesting is that Lmao Ayyy Gaming's jungler does play Rumble, so Lmao Ayyy Gaming might have their jungler already, and Team Silver Wolves are just wasting their bans because their jungler plays Nunu Rammus Rumble, and this could be a flex pick without Team Silver Wolves knowing.
That is a good point. Let's see who Team Silver Wolves picks up in second part of the draft.
Yeah, so Lmao Ayyy Gaming trying to constrain this very small mid lane pool already, but I think, yeah, like you said, Karma's probably their mid laner. And J4 picked up here.
Not surprising, Jarvan and Rumble seem to be their top laners' favorite top lane champions to play. One was taken, so the other one naturally picked up.
Yeah, so Skarner hovered over right now. And Skarner's going to be a pretty interesting pick because I have not seen the Skarner being played in a very long time. But it looks like they have a lot of like hard CC, the Skarner ultimate and the Ashe ultimate. It's a really good combo, I feel like, on their team.
Yeah, everyone has a way of getting stuns except Rumble, but let's see who their last pick is. I would say, yeah, I was gonna say Lulu.
Oh.
Lulu's such a monster right now. Her polymorph is disgusting.
And Nami picked up in the end. One thing I'm a little worried about is that Lmao Ayyy Gaming's team comp doesn't really have a lot of like movement and escape besides this Ari's ultimate. So if J4 does get a very good ult on them, it'll be pretty bad. But with the Lulu ultimate, I guess it's not that bad. What do you think, Firestar?
Lulu just, if you want to keep someone alive, Lulu's gonna do it no matter what. It's like this Ashe. If this Ashe could position very well in fights, she could be untouchable.
Yeah, and this game is going to be pretty interesting, and we will see. This game will determine how the other two games are going to go, and it'll determine. Well, my producer is telling me right now to say is that it will determine which team is more bronze. So, I mean, we'll see about that. But looking at the poll, it does look like 57% of the people are saying TSW win, and Lmao Ayyy Gaming win is 43% only. So, looks like the Silver Wolves do have more fans right now. But we actually have some trash talk from the players on each team, and we're gonna play a clip of the trash talk from Lmao Ayyy Gaming as well as the Silver Wolves, Unlimited Gamers, and Rep Tier. So let's check it out.
Hey, I'm Lmao Gamers, the top laner for Lmao Ayyy Gaming. Our team is going against the Silver Wolves. I'm not scared in the slightest. I've seen their top play. I swear he's worse than a bronze 5 Riven. Honestly, I hope that one day I get to go against a real top laner. I expect a clean 2-0 in this matchup.
Hello, this is Youngbrow Mixtape, the jungler for LAG, and tomorrow we're playing against the Silver Wolves, which I don't know why they came up with that name because only two of them are silver and the rest of them are just a group of boosted trash.
So it does look like we had some errors and we showed only Lmao Ayyy Gaming's trash talk. But hey, we'll see if Lmao Ayyy Gaming do live up to their trash talk. What do you think about these team comps, Firestar?
I really like Team Silverwolf's team comp. It's a little bit more beefy, and with Karma shields, the mobility will also be very good.
Yeah.
With LAG, there's nothing really big to kind of get rumble on their whole team, but if they can get some good sweet spots with the equalizer, then they should be in pretty good standings as well.
Yeah, and it does look like Rogue the Shadow is taking Cleanse versus Vayne King. Oh no, never mind. She changed it to Exhaust. That's pretty interesting. Since ever since Exhaust got nerfed, even supports have been taking even less supports have been taking Exhaust, and some of them been taking Ignite because it no longer reduces attack speed, and that was like really detrimental towards AD carries. But I'm surprised Rogue the Shadow didn't take Cleanse. What do you think about that?
If Rogue the Shadow is confident that Vayne King won't be hitting charms, I could see taking Exhaust. Cleanse is a decent one. If Nami builds Mikhail's, then it's Cleanse in itself. So
Yeah.
I'm fine with her taking Exhaust.
All right, that's pretty interesting. So right now we have some spam parentheses in the chat. Jeez, I can't. Yeah, so I'm excited to watch this game. There is a spectator delay, 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. So, do we want to play the third trash talk just cause? Because yeah, okay. So we will be playing Team Silverwolf's trash talk and his comments on macros. So let's check that out.
Hey,
Hello,
I'm
this is
Lmao
Youngbrow
Ayyy,
Mixtape,
the
the
top laner
jungler for
for
LAG.
Lmao
So they
Ayyy
asked
Gaming.
us tomorrow we're
Our team is going
video for this upcoming match against, I guess, Lmao Ayyy Gaming. I don't even know who that is. It took me like a whole minute to figure out. Oh, this is a team we're playing against. Cool. So I went and looked them up, and I don't know. It's hard to shit talk when there's nothing there. I mean, look at this guy. Look at his support. That's it. It's just two supports.
What do you think about that trash talk, Firestar?
Yeah, it's something. It's always nice to hear trash talk, get some friendly banter before the game starts.
Yeah, well, it's pretty interesting because Lmao Ayyy Gaming. Wait, no, that's the Silverwolves. So Macros did pick up that Lulu, so we'll see how he does that on the Lulu. But if they do decide to exploit their bot lane, much like how Team Liquid exploited TSM's bot lane, that'll be interesting to watch since they called out on their support. But we'll see if their actions do back up their words. And what is the focus of this game, do you think, Firestar?
I would say I would think the bot lane should be good focus. I think Team Silverwolves bot lane is really good, and I really think their support is very good as well. So if they play around them, I'm pretty sure they could win the game.
Yeah, and how are the new Bork changes on Ezreal, actually? Does Ezreal now build Bork?
Yeah.
Or so how does that affect his gameplay? Because here, our Firestar is a main 80 carry main.
That is true. Ezreal, he doesn't really care about the attack speed being gone from Bork, and the nice power really adds to his Q damage, to where his poke will do really well. But at this level, can't really expect a lot from an Ezreal.
All right, so we are in and going into the game one of Lmao Ayyy Gaming versus the Silverwolves. All right, it looks like we are in the game, I think. So it does look like this Ezra King Niter has a level 5 mastery, and King Shenanigan has level 5 mastery. So these 80 carries are playing on very comfortable picks, and we'll see how they start. The game isn't showing yet for me. Is that on loading screen right now? Okay. I was just making sure. Okay. Sorry, guys. EU production. So Blake Dove did pick up the Courage of the Colossus, and I'm surprised because with the J4, I feel like the Gragas doesn't really need the Courage of the Colossus, because for me at least, when I play Gragas, I go Thunderlords for that early game damage and also the burst, because I think most people go the AP item. But what do you think about that, Firestar?
I think it's good for survivability late. He probably, since you do go the damage build, well, like the damage start, you probably want some survivability. I think it'll do well for him.
Yeah. And on both teams, there are actually a lot of magic damage, and I'm a little sad that Galio isn't played, because Galio is not disabled, and I just wanted to see that Galio. Jungle, top, support. I think Galio works on 3 out of 5 roles. Maybe mid, but I haven't really seen any successful games in the mid.
I think he's better in the jungle or top. I think right now, before his damage nerfs, just building tank, you still just destroy anyone.
Wait, he's getting nerfed?
Yeah, I saw on PvE, he's getting base damages removed, I'm pretty sure.
No! My Galio jungle. I was a Galio jungle main. So was the whole Ryzen esports Discord. That got really confusing. Everyone just changed to Galio one trick.
Yeah, that's probably the reason he's getting nerfed. If everybody's going to start playing someone, there's probably something wrong with them.
Well, last week last week we actually were able to watch a Galio, and that was the game from Spurglars versus Support Lives Matter. Spurglars did eventually lose the series, but there was a really good showing of Galio. So I think it's a really promising pick for a lot of teams, but I feel like they just don't have enough synergy so far. And we're in the game now. and it is loading. And we have some standard starts, I think. My game isn't loading.
EU production.
Oh, there you go. I'm looking at the scoreboard. There's some standard starts, but King Shenanigan actually goes for the longsword 3 pots, and is that still viable right now? What do you, Firestar?
Yeah. You get more sustain, and you build into board faster.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
So it does look like both teams will meet up on the bottom side, and yeah. Unlimited Gamers is on the top side, so I think that Lmao Ayyy Gaming, they're just trying to get control over this first spot for Skarner, whatever that's called, the minion spot. But it looks like he's backing first, so I'm not sure about this.
Decent trades. Support's getting some of their Spell Thief's Edge stacks.
Minions have spawned.
Seems like Nami got the better of the trade, as she has 24 tribute gold earned.
Alright. So it does look like Skarner is doing the Raptor start, and with a little bit of help from the bot lane. So the Raptor start actually gives the junglers a earlier advantage in XP, and they can get a level 3 gank off in a specific lane, but with Skarner, I don't know if he has much ganking ability at the start. At least at level 3. Grump resets right there.
Grump reset. I don't know what Silver Wolves are doing. They missed all of the melee minions in bot lane, so they will be behind in XP.
Wow, and Rappeteer is just getting pounded by Macros right now. Lulu's really strong right now, but if you're gonna say that Macros is trash, you might want to watch out.
Yeah, that trash hug seems to be biting them right now.
And Vayne King has hit both her charms. But Vayne King... Rogue the Shadow going all in! Flashes out! Ignite used from the Vayne King, but both live with a sliver of health. Vayne King does get a little bit... Vayne King does get the good side of the trade, as she was able to save the flash.
Yeah. Also looks bot lane. Lmao Ayyy Gaming has a 10 CS lead in the bot lane already.
Blake though, coming up top. This is not looking good for Unlimited Games. He flashes over and gets him. That's first blood for Team Silverwolves. And that was an interesting gank pathway, I guess. And Unlimited Gamers just didn't use his flash there. I'm not really sure why he did that.
Yeah, Breadbox and Black Dove, they duo a lot. So I'm not surprised that the early gank went top lane.
Yeah, but I'm still surprised about how he played that, because he flashes in front of Unlimited Gamers, and uses his E. So Unlimited Gamers does know that he has no other gap closers, but he still doesn't use his flash, so that was a pretty interesting play by him.
Yeah.
And Youngbro coming in for the gank mid. Rogue the Shadow does not have flash, but she does have a shield and the
And has the plant.
Yeah, so she should be fine. But she's 4-sided lane, and she's already 10 CS behind at 4 minutes.
Early CS lead seems to be going to Lmao Ayyy Gaming.
So Breadbox just trying to farm up. He can't really do much against the Rumble early game, but once he hits that level 6, once he gets the items, he'll be pretty dangerous. King Shenanigan, you don't want to take this straight, and he's just blown up! Knight Rider looking for more, but they decide not.
Well, I guess all that early lead by the Ashe proves.
Blake though, looking for something here. Unlimited Gamers does use his flash, but he's out safely.
A nice chunk to the Rumble.
Yeah, so Blake Dove is probably going to look for another gang top since Unlimited Gamers just used his flash. And Revendeer flashes in but misses the bubble on macros.
That's unfortunate.
Oh my god. This game... Yep, Blake Dove just hanging out on the top side of the jungle. And Youngbro shows mid. Rogue the Shadow! Oh.
Yeah, goodbye.
The shield is not good enough. But Blake Dove is here. And he's spotted by a ward, banking once more. But Blake Dove just says I'm out. Red box. Youngbro might be looking for a gang top here, but it is spotted out by Breadbox's newly placed ward. He should be fine.
Yeah, that ward placed just right in time. Although Jarvan does have the XP advantage, he seems to not be farming well.
Yeah, the fire spitter on him really does a lot of damage. And it does look like the Silver Wolves might be focusing on the bot side now. Now that Blake Dove has helped Breadbox get ahead in terms of kills. Both teams doing a really good job warding. And Rogue the Shadow getting hit by another charm. And banking once more. But Youngbro Mixtape doesn't have his ultimate yet. So I don't think they can get anything out of here. So both teams have been doing a good job warding each other's jungles, and as you can see in the minimap, there's a deep ward in Lmao Ayyy Gaming's jungle, as well as Team Silver Wolves jungle, and they both have information about each other's junglers. Red box? Nope. Vayne Gaming coming in! He lands the charm again and uses the ignite.
The support karma.
Rogue the Shadow actually flashes in. I'm not sure why she used her flash there.
Oh no. Down 34 CS. 8 minutes in. This karma gonna have very rough times.
So it does look like it was a choice by Lmao Ayyy Gaming. To keep that karma up, to let them have that karma, because they know they can play against it. And right now, Lmao Ayyy Gaming is probably looking for control over the map in the mid lane, so they can force something bot lane from an Ahri roam.
Yeah, right now Ahri could just shove in and just go some lane and mess up Silver Wolves.
Yeah, so Blake though might be looking for another gank in the top lane on Unlimited Gamers. And the spot, but King Shenanigan goes in! He gets knocked out by the Nami ult, but he doesn't really care. Macros ulted him, so he has health to work with, but they don't really do damage. Rampage gets out of it, but here comes another gank by Blake though. On the limited gamers. He has ultimate this time, so he might knock him back. Nice knockback. Unlimited Gamers has flash, but decides not to use it. Another charm landed by Banking. I don't think we've seen a missed charm yet on the stream.
I don't think so. Rogue's gonna need some help soon, or else Gusari is just gonna roll over her. Oh, there's the missed charm.
There is the missed charm. Youngblood mixtape in the top lane. It's a 2v2 in the top, but right now we're looking at Vayne King go in again. Doesn't get anything. Youngblood might be walking into a trap here. He doesn't care?
Vayne King is looking up. I don't know in time.
That was an interesting play there. I mean, yes, it was a bait, but he did use up his flash, which is really important on Skarner if you want to get close for that ultimate. So does it look like Knight Rider is gonna, well, hold that thought? Okay, no. Knight Rider is building, Knight Rider is building the Iceborne Gauntlet against a Rumble, Fed Ahri, and Lulu. What do you think about that, Firestar?
It's probably not the best, but he can kite the Skarner with it, I guess. And yeah, he's also down in farm. Maybe he just wants the survivability, but I don't think that's the best move he could have went for.
Yeah, so now Blake Dove is on the bot side, and he's spotted out by a ward. Youngblood mixtape might want to go for something here in the mid lane. Gotta get that Vayne King even more ahead. But the two junglers might be near the Dragon Pit. King Shenanigan, oh, thought he was gonna go in. But Youngblood mixtape, 1v1ing Blake Dove. I don't think that this is gonna end well for, I don't know what's going on. Blake Dove gets hit by the Ash Arrow, and it's a 1v3. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Yeah, Skarner just used his
Blake Dove with the ultimate, and the play is just so split. Rogue Shadow will be going down? Yes.
Yeah.
But there's a fight going on in the bot lane. And Knight Rider really wants macros. He's landing all his skill shots. Alter! That's gonna land. Oh my gosh! The Vayne King charm. And TP cancelled by the Silver Wolf. And that was a 2-for-1. A 2-for-none, actually.
Gonna get the air Drake.
Blake though,
Let's
kind
see
of wants.
if Silver Wolves could do anything about it. There are very low health bars across Lmao Ayyy.
But it looks like they're gonna get that dragon. So that was a very odd fight. It started off with the Youngblood mixtape trying to fight a 1v3 into a very split fight. But it was ultimately very good for Lmao Ayyy Gaming.
Yeah, this R right now is just a monster. I don't know how they're gonna stop it from just taking over the game.
Implying that she hasn't already.
Yeah, she has all the kills on the team and all the pressure in mid.
So right now, all across the board, we see Lmao Ayyy Gaming with CS advantages. In the top lane, you got 20. In the jungle, you got 20. In the mid lane, you got almost 40. Bot lane, you got 10. And things aren't looking very good for the Silver Wolves, but something they have, I guess, is that Redbox has been pushing the top lane, so they might want to play around that and try to open up the map a little more. So Blake though might want to help the top lane again. Redbox might be looking to come in here, but Unlimited Gamers, I feel like, does more damage. And oh, switch over to fight bot lane. Youngbra ult Knight Rider, and Redbox on the top lane does win that fight against Unlimited Gamers. Oh, we're just jumping all over the screen right now.
Top lane's probably gonna get pushed in and taken.
Team Silverwolf is just taking a bunch of tower shots for no reason, but
They will get first turret gold.
yeah, so like we mentioned, they have to play around that top lane since Redbox has been pushing out that top lane while these fights have been happening. And their reward right now is that first turret gold.
But in the bot lane, they got opened up as well for Lmao Ayyy. So that means more deep wards, like one that was just placed by Lulu.
Yeah, Rep here just chilling. I wouldn't be surprised if the teams. Never mind. Never mind. Ignore my thought. Blake though getting hit by the charm again. Vayne King is really accurate at these charms. So Rogue the Shadow might actually be in trouble here. There's a 4-man gank in the middle. Goodbye. I'm so sorry, Rogue Shadow. He was already 0-3, and he just had to get ganked by the bot lane and the jungler. But Blake though might have something to say about that. King Shenanigan caught up in that Drag Assault, and they have no follow-up.
Yeah, while it was nice by the Gragas, there's only him and the support, so not enough damage to finish it off.
Yeah. That looked promising until I realized Redbox is top, King Knight Rider is bot, but Youngbra might. No, he can't 1v1. And Raptor might be caught out here. Oh my goodness, fainting! That was one charm into the combo, and he's dead.
Just deleted.
Removed. And Skarner is building that Triforce. Skarner's built Triforce, right? I haven't seen a Skarner in so long.
Yeah, if they want to scrap, and if they're ahead, which they are, they're ahead by pretty much 3k.
Yeah, so things aren't looking very good for the Silver Wolves. Lag's Vayne King is just very strong right now. And right now the Silver Wolves are clearing the ward around bot side. And they're looking for a play in the mid lane so then they can transition into a dragon play. But Macros might be caught out here. Redbox just ults him. And he is stuck in his own ult. And Knight Rider gets caught out in the Ash Arrow. That's a beautiful. Oh my gosh! The Equalizer takes him down.
Just seems like, Lmao Ayyy Gaming is just 2 steps ahead. Anything that Silver Wolves wants to do.
Yeah, as they saw their wards being cleared, they realized that the Silver Wolves wanted to make a play in the mid lane, and had a King Shenanigan just ults his face, and Unlimited Gamer's ultimate is just so much damage if you just stand on it. And with no ultimates from Blake Dove, I don't think they can stop this. Or Redbox. And Redbox just pulls in King Shenanigan trying to do some damage, but right now they don't do enough damage.
This disengages the fight. Oh.
Oh, okay. thought
Made some slight issues with Vayne King, but it seems to be back in order.
I thought Lmao Ayyy Gaming were just like, we don't need Vayne King.
I
to
think
win
that's
this
the one
game.
person they do need.
So right now, Dragon is up, and Lmao Ayyy Gaming looking to take that Dragon, possibly after taking that blue buff. Blink Dove is actually kind of low. If this series ends early, will there ever be another game stream? Right now there wouldn't be, because it takes like coordination and setup for the single team. But in the future, if it does become bigger and more people are willing to stream, then maybe. And we have another play. Rat? No, and Macros takes the kill. Rat here just. You gotta follow your words, man. You're gonna flame Macros, but Macros just letting you know who really is boss.
We have Gragas coming in, but he'll be stopped.
Broke the shadow, hit by another charm, and boom.
Oh, and then it's
Oh, Redbox is in the back line, but he has nobody supporting him. And Jungler with the ultimate. Linkdom trying to salvage this, but Redbox goes in again and dies before his ultimate. Linkdom trying to run here, but Vayne King hits another charm.
another charm by. Alright.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, fat man. Things aren't looking too great for the Silver Wolves. No? And yeah, 22 minutes in, Lmao Ayyy Gaming are around 6k gold ahead, and King Shan again might be in trouble here. Flashes away, and he's gonna be safe.
Yeah, Lmao Ayyy just has control of all of bot side. Look at all the wards placed in Silver Wolves blue side jungle.
Yeah, that's insane. That's 2 control wards and like 5 regular wards.
Yeah.
And with that bot lane pushing, the Silver Wolves probably have to respond to that. And what is Youngbra Mixtape doing? He gets caught out, and he might be going down here. And all the ultimates used on him, and how is he not dead? Okay, there you go. Goodbye.
And the flash probably not needed, but when you're this behind, might as well secure it.
Yeah. So now it's a 4v4 in the mid lane as Redbox is clearing that top lane minions, and all the Silver Wolves want to do right now is either get a pick or just wait it out until they're strong enough again, especially with the Ezra on the team and tier stacking. Unlimited Gamer's taking a lot of damage here, but he should be fine.
I'm surprised with Karma being this far behind. She isn't going.
Hold that stop! Redbox coming from the back, but Macros gets exhausted. Okay. Redbox might be looking for something here. Unlimited Gamers gets hit up by a bubble, but doesn't get knocked back. And Redbox picks up the kill. Vayne King doing his work. But King Knight Rider does do a lot of damage with his ultimate. Rampage just gets pulled into the team, and that is a 3 for none. Wait, Unlimited Gamers lived that?
Everything just seems to be going wrong for Silver Wolves right now.
Yeah, like Unlimited
Can't
Gamers. Yeah, go ahead.
Can't
Sorry.
even secure the kill on Limited. This goes right into the redemption for the last second save.
Yeah, Unlimited Gamers was caught out by that bubble, but Blake though didn't angle his ultimate well enough, and Unlimited Gamers didn't get directly pushed into the team. He got pushed sideways. So yeah, he had the opportunity to flash into that redemption and live. Now the Silver Wolves does still have an outer, but barely an outer. It's very, very, very low. And Lmao Ayyy Gaming might be looking to control this top side of the map after dominating that bot side.
Yeah.
The Silver Wolves need to pick up that mid lane farm. That's just... What are they doing? I'm a little confused here because Lmao Ayyy Gaming does know Knight Rider is bot lane, and they can take this fight if King Shenanigan does position himself well. But Rampage just ults. Nobody.
Just wanted to get out safe. That's all we wanted.
And Unlimited Gamers is in the bot lane with Knight Rider, but he has TP and Knight Rider doesn't. So if they do decide to fight this, they don't have an 80 carry. And Breadbox gets hit by the King Shenanigan's ultimate and gets pulled in, and that is the combo we were talking about.
That Gragas ult just a little late.
Just a little bit. I don't think there was much you can do to save Breadbox anyways.
There wasn't, but...
And this should be a Baron for Lmao Ayyy Gaming, or if they're too scared, they can push out the top lane. And they're just doing it.
Yeah, no one can really stop them. Even if Silver Wolves comes, they'll just wipe them.
Silver Wolves does have vision of this Baron. And Blake, they're trying to turn here. They don't want to take the Baron, they want to take their lives. But Youngblood doesn't have ultimate yet, so I don't know how they're going to catch them. GT coming in from Breadbox, and he can ult. And he ults King Shenanigan and Youngblood. Redemption coming out, and this fight does not look good for Lmao Ayyy Gaming. Youngblood gets taken down, and King Shenanigan trying to kite away. And right now, Unlimited is just pushing bot, and Lmao Ayyy Gaming wants to stop their backs. He's going to take the inhibitor.
He might. He does, yeah. Once he goes into overheat, yeah, he'll take it.
But is he gonna live?
No, he shouldn't live.
He has ultimate, so he might take one of them down with him. And there comes out the equalizer. And Redbox, no. But now, Lmao Ayyy Gaming does have a free pass to the Ocean Drake. And that is not very good for the Silver Wolves, because they lose an inhib. They don't really win the fight. They take down Unlimited Gamers, but they don't really win the fight. And there's a lot of minions top that you didn't deal with. And I think the outer is gone.
Yeah. Just one more turret before the inhibitor turrets standing for Silver Wolves.
And we can see here, I wasn't really paying attention to the builds, but Rogue the Shadow actually has a QSS after the...
No.
Oh, and Blake, though, might be in trouble here. And he uses his ultimate to get out. And yeah, Rogue the Shadow does not have boots. He has Quicksilver Stash, but not boots.
Yeah.
And Rampage might be in trouble here. Youngblood gets exhausted, but the Ash Arrow comes out. Redbox gets pulled in yet again, and Redemption coming out a little late and cannot save the Breadbox.
Alright, try number 2 for the Baron. Yeah, it looks like they're just gonna give it over. Except maybe in Israel Q or R.
Yeah, and they have no vision at all. So, yeah, that's a really late ultimate by Knight. And
There was no vision, so
Yeah.
I'll give it.
so right now, what can the Silver Wolves do to turn this around, Firestar?
No, I don't think there's anything, because if you look at both their jungles, it's lit up with blue.
Yeah, and it's an 11k deficit, so I don't know about this game for the Silver Wolves, especially playing against this Baron push right now. And it looks like they're doing I'm not sure what they're doing, but Youngblood just hasn't really been giving a crap the whole game and just walking into their team. He's so tanky, so strong, they can't do anything about him. Oh, Blake though gets pulled in again, and Banking might be taken down, and that's two, and Banking keeps going, flashes in. Rampage might be in trouble here. Redbox trying to save the team. Oh, but doesn't do damage.
Triple kill?
Triple kill for Banking. Might be looking for more. Youngblood mixtape just staring them down.
Yeah, they should probably just go bot and just push it in.
Yeah, those are some huge minions you have there. And this game is all but over. Lmao Ayyy Gaming, behind the back of Banking, takes game 1 of the series, and Knight Rider might go down again. Oh my gosh, this is just... Lmao Ayyy Gaming does take game 1 of the series against the Silver Wolves.
In very convincing fashion.
That might be an understatement.
I don't know how else to phrase it. What's more? Destruction?
Yeah, you can't... No, yeah, that game was quite unfortunate. Banking did get a lot of picks on... Not picks, but just straight up solo kills. And that really just snowballed because despite Blake Doe's camp on the top lane, Unlimited Gamers was playing Rumble. He died like once for it, I think, but like later on he just played smarter and he just didn't get punished for it, and that really snowballed the game.
Yeah, hopefully next game we see some more bans thrown at Vayne King, because he seems to be the star player.
Yeah, so we will be back in 5 minutes, and thanks for tuning in for the first game, and we will be back. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the game. Wow, what a interesting first game, Firestar.
Yeah, that was that was something. Hopefully, the next game's just a bit more competitive.
Yeah, we might see that Ari getting banned out for the second game,
I
and
expected 100%.
yeah, I'm surprised that they didn't ban the Ari and they banned the LeBlanc. Wait, no, they banned they threw no bans to the mid lane, and that was
Yeah.
where they really shined.
Which is surprising because their mid laner is more of an ADC player from what I've seen in his match history.
Yeah, so after that first game, because in the first game there were actually more people that thought that Silver Wolves would win the game, but right now I've put a poll for game two, and I have a feeling that's gonna reverse a little bit.
Yeah, it's gonna be like those pulls with TSM versus a lower tier team.
Yeah, and um, yeah, comments about the music. Well, it's it's World of Warcraft music, guys. Come on, no love for World of Warcraft.
I guess not.
And there's some problems in some players right now, so we can't get the game started yet. So we will just be here talking, making comments. Firestar, say something.
Something.
How
Alright.
many people we got in here, dude? How many people we got in here? Say something, fam.
What do you mean?
It's fine.
Who do you expect to be banned besides the RA?
That's a good point. Well, we saw that the Ash ults were a very good initiator for their team, because we saw Vayne Main going off on Ari and just solo killing the Karma over and over and over again. But it was during the late game, or like there was no late game. So the later stages of the game, uh, where Ash's ult combined with the Skarner ult just picked off anyone in the team, and numerous times they picked off box spread on the J4, and then their front line was just gone. And Blake though wasn't very impactful, and that just all kind of went down. So I fully expect them to ban the Ari for sure, but that might open the possibility for the Darius in the top that they were scared of, or the Morgana. But I don't see Lmao Ayyy Gaming really changing up their strats at all, because it worked very well. What about you, Firestar?
I expect maybe the Rumble. Maybe they don't like that damage coming from top lane as well. There's multiple times where just Ash Arrow and then Rumble ult and then rip whoever gets caught.
Yeah, definitely. And all that, I feel like I'm really glad that we had that trash talk video, because after the teams trash talk but lose, that really hurts.
Yeah.
We had the Silver Wolves make a lot of comments about Macros' gameplay, and that was very interesting because Macros did very well in that game.
Yeah, he did. With Lulu, it's not really that hard to do well, but also that Gromp reset and oh my god, they
Yeah,
lost so much pressure in that lane.
yeah, like right when the game started, that first meetup in the river didn't really result in much for either team, but it was the very late start in that Gromp leash? Like, they leashed Blue, but they also decided to help in Gromp, which is totally unnecessary. But they did regardless. And they lost a lot of pressure off that. That was, like,
Yeah.
really
They lost
ridiculous.
all of the melee minions.
Yeah. You lose melee minions, you lose the XP advantage early, go to the gold, especially as the Ezreal. You're not going to be very relevant when you build tier. It was after when you built tier, but he never got to that point. That was pretty
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Also, buying first item, Iceborne. It's gonna take you a bit to start doing actual damage.
Well, I don't think he ever did damage in that game, so
That is a
that
true
was quite
statement.
unlucky. So that was quite unlucky.
Hopefully this time they don't try to leash two camps for the jungler, and because although they did get behind in levels because of that, they did get the first kill in the lane.
Yeah. So we're still waiting for the teams to get set up. Firestar. Wait, what is going on right now? Wait, Firestar, leave the lobby for a second.
All right.
And yes, we are waiting for the players. Yeah, resident sleepers. Pull him out. Let's play some music. Play some music, producer. Wait, no, wait. It's ready now. Wait, no.
I'm not in there. Come on.
Yeah. What is going on? What am I? This is too much mathematics. My brain, I cannot. Wait. Hold up. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that screen. Alright, dude. Are we up and going? Do we have all the champ selects ready? The teams have the champ selects. What was that screen? Peace till after game. Yes. Yeah, dude. Yo, if you're on the teams, get out of this stream right now. Get out. We're trying to get this up and going, guys. We're trying to get this up and going. Oh, and we do have the champ select that's ready, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, champ select has been started. So let's go. Let's go into the champ select.
So they
and
asked us
hopefully
to
there
make
is
a
music in
shit-
the background this time. 10 seconds for Lmao Ayyy game.
7.
And what is going on? Lmao Ayyy Gaming with a no ban? There is. Oh my gosh. I think teams were put on the wrong side.
EU production.
Hold up. Lmao Ayyy Gaming was blue side last game. Our producer messed up! No! Alright, let's cut to some music. Let's cut to the waiting screen yet again. EU production. We will be right back, fam. Are we up? Are we out? Oh no. No. Change scenes! Producer! No! Is there music or is it just us? Alright. So Firestar, would you
Yes.
rather fight 100 duck-sized horses, or you know how it goes? I forgot how it goes. Which one would you rather?
Did you really just ask me that question?
Yes, sir.
Can I fight one human-sized you?
Human-sized me. Wow.
Yes.
You're picking for a fight.
Oh.
And it does. Okay, so it does sound like we are getting the champ select ready. Are we?
Hopefully, in the right positions this time.
No, exposition. All right, so it does look like we might have it right this time, surprisingly. And I was surprised that Lmao Ayyy Gaming wasn't gonna take a ban. That would have been really BM, but thank God it was because there were some production errors. So hopefully our audience is still here. Hello, anybody there? Anybody still here? Can we post on that Discord? Just tell them we're back for game 2. The Silver Wolves
Versus
are
Lmao Ayyy Gaming.
all right. So looks like we got the champ select right this time, and
All
the
right,
Silver
Katie.
Wolves. You're going for that Caitlyn ban first? That's just okay. That's just a little disrespectful towards Banking's Ari, but I mean,
They're going to ban him.
they're gonna ban him. But like, I hope they do. If they don't, I'll be very, very shocked. So the Thresh ban
There
yet
it is.
again, and yeah, the Ari banned right away. The Thresh ban banned away from Rampage, as it does seem like he plays a lot of Thresh.
The Gragas, however, even though the Graves ban.
So I don't think that Gragas was much of a problem for Lmao Ayyy Gaming. So I don't think that ban was necessary. But yeah.
They'll probably just ban the same things. Lulu ban.
Yeah.
Lulu, very good. Not surprising he got banned.
Hopefully there's music in the background, right? Okay. Well, there is music this time, but with the Silver Wolves ban on the Lulu, that means that Lmao Ayyy Gaming does have access to the Morgana that they were banned out of. So that'll be interesting to think about.
That's a good point. The Ezreal pick for Lmao Ayyy Gaming this time instead of the Ashe, which was very good for their team comp last time. Surprised they didn't choose it again.
Wow, they're hovering the Gragas right now. So it might be that Lmao Ayyy Gaming just wants to take away all their champions, the Silver Wolves champions from last game, just to mess with them. But whoa! Ashe hovered right now. There's no way they're gonna lock this. Ashe is locked! What?
Alright. Their mid laner
What?
is an ADC main, so it probably is Ezreal mid, Ashe ADC.
I want to see the Ashe support that Moose has been telling me about. So, apparently, according to Moose, with the new Bond of Stone, or whatever it's called, Bond of whatever, new mastery. Okay, so the misfortune comes down. Anyways, with the new Bond of Stone mastery, it heals the AD carry, and Ashe somehow uses that. And also her Q. Was that pick wasted? Well, they'd have to run with a misfortune at this point. Oh wait, Lag missed the pick. Nope, they didn't. Okay, so Karma is gonna come out again.
Yes. Hopefully play better this time, not getting dumpstered. Which, if it is Ezreal mid, there won't be the threat of the CC from like the RA charm.
That is true, but if he does pick the AP as in, okay, so the Rumble is gonna come out again, and so he doesn't pick the Darius because the Rumble has been working so well last game with those equalizers. So, oh, the J4 taken off the table.
We might see the Morg ban now if they really don't want to play against it. Oh, Gragas is dead.
And Lmao Ayyy Gaming does play Rumble in the jungle again. So but they do ban out the J4, so it seems like they're trying to ban out their top laner, and maybe they want to focus more in the top lane because they are very confident that their bot lane will win. But I don't know how confident they would be if really is Ashe support.
I'm pretty sure it's not Ashe support.
And we get a no ban.
Disrespect.
That's pretty interesting. A no ban, and the Morgana ban, like you said, does come out, but it might be useless if it is Ashe support. So we're gonna know soon, in 20 seconds maybe, where this Ashe is gonna be going. And yes, it's going to be an Ezreal mid.
Yes, I really don't think there's any chance Ashe was going to be support.
I was just hoping. I was just hoping. It does look like the Braum is coming out, unless it's a Braum top. And the Rumble jungle, and bot lane with Ezreal Ashe. Come on, man. Let my dream be alive. Jinx coming out, so it is gonna be an MF support. Dude, if it was an Ashe support, that would have been epic. 480 carries in the bot lane.
True, that would have been something, but I don't like the Jinx into Ashe ult, because that's not going to be fun.
I feel like has been coming back into the competitive. Like, Jinx has been becoming better again, I heard, at least.
It's always fun when Jinx is around, because when she pops off, it is very fun to watch.
Yeah, you just, all those pentakills you get, and we're recovered here, and Skarner picked yet again for Lmao Ayyy Gaming. So that's going to round out their team. So it's Rumble in the top, Skarner in the jungle, Ezreal mid. I don't know if it's AP or AD, but I'd like to see that AP Ezreal. I don't know how good it is anymore. Do you know?
Not as good as when Runeglaive was still around. Probably gonna be AD.
Runeglaive was one insane meta. I remember Ezra just one-shotting everyone on the team. That was ridiculous.
That was fun. That was fun to play Ezreal then.
I couldn't land any skill shots, so it didn't matter. So on the Silver Wolves, you have Renekton in the top lane, you have Elise in the jungle, and you have Karma in the mid again, unless they could technically flex this into a Miss Fortune mid, if you think about it.
No, they're not gonna do that.
I mean, they might just switch it up, since the Karma wasn't working last game.
Their Karma doesn't even play anything but Karma.
Lmao Ayyy Gaming should have just banned Karma, just for it. Like, don't ban LeBlanc. LeBlanc is so weak right now. But I guess Karma wasn't very good, at least against Vayne main. But we'll see, because Vayne main, that name, plus the Ezreal pick, so we'll see how that goes.
What I'm looking forward to is the Renekton Rumble matchup, because if Renekton could snowball, you don't want to deal with that, because pretty much everyone but Skarner and Braum will get one shot. Yeah,
well, last game when we watched last game, Rumble actually didn't really go off. He was just even, or maybe even a little behind. But they got that first hard goal, so that really took it back. But Blake does focus top a lot, but he didn't really get anything back. And if they do that again, their bot lane, Lmao Ayyy Gaming's bot lane will just take advantage of that again and just take over the game like they did. Or Vayne Gaming is going to take over the game while Blake Dove is just spending all his time camping top, but with no results.
Yeah. I think they know this time where to put some pressure at. Hopefully they put it on Vayne King, or else might have a repeat of last game.
Which brings up a really good point, which if Blake Dove does indeed start focusing mid instead, will Breadbox be fine against Unlimited Gamers? Because in the very glimpses that we watched, we don't really know like how that top matchup will be like. So I'll be very interested to watch that 1v1.
Yeah. Renekton's very good early laning. He could really just destroy. I'm pretty sure if Breadbox is good at Renekton, he could take over the top lane without Blake Doe's help.
Yeah, and something interesting to note is that Rogue the Shadow actually took heal instead rather than exhaust, I think, right?
Yeah, he took exhaust last time.
So that'll be interesting to watch because Rogue the Shadow just wants to survive right now. Like last game, the exhaust didn't really do anything because Ving King just killed him over it. But Ving King on this Ezreal, he did take ignite, so he's looking to kill again.
Yeah, he's very confident, and I don't blame him.
But I think what really is going to be important is that if the Silver Wolves bot lane does do well against, because King Shenanigan didn't look very good in the early game, where they did get caught out in some random spots when they had a huge advantage at the start, and that was like concerning to me.
Yeah. With I don't know how the Jink MF lane really is, because MF likes to take advantage of like Jin and Ashe so she can get her full ultimate off.
Hmm.
Jinx, all she has are her traps, which are pretty easy to avoid.
Yeah, one thing I'm worried about for the Silver Wolves is that they drafted a comp that doesn't have that much CC. Like you have the Jinx traps, but you're not really gonna hit that. You have Rogue the Shadow's Karma's, I guess, snare, but like tether. I mean, but like that's not really gonna do much.
And you
The
don't
only
you don't
thing
want to be in range of their team
exactly,
that close.
exactly. And Blake Doe's Elise has a cocoon, but that's pretty much it. Whereas on Lmao Ayyy Gaming side, you have the Skarner ultimate, you have the Ashe ultimate, you have the Braum ultimate, and then you have unlimited gamers like wonderfully placed equalizers on Rumble again to melt them down. And if they can really pull, and I think that's what really won them the game. They were ahead, but with all that CC, they just kept picking off Breadbox, kept picking off Rogue the Shadow, and they'd just be dead before a fight even broke out. And Lmao Ayyy just took the whole map and took everything, every structure.
Yeah, that's one of the downsides of playing like a Jarvan or a Renekton, because you have to go in, but you're just gonna get Skarnered, and then you're gonna die.
Pretty much. So, what is the Silver Wolves' winning condition in this game?
They have a hyper carry in Jinx. If Jinx starts popping off, if they just protect the Jinx, then they can win. So hopefully we see the Karma go into like Ardent Sensor as a second item, and then we could probably see the Jinx start popping off. But other than that, maybe if Renekton could take over the top side of the map.
Yeah, so let's go into the loading screen to check out all these beautiful splash arts. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. I think what they really need is a very heavy carry team. Like, I feel like they just need to play around whoever gets fed on their team. There's like no other way of winning this game. They don't have like a very good like combo, I guess. I guess if you hit at least cocoon on someone, then that'll be good. But like, yeah, Rogue the Shadow, he can't carry games, as we can see from last game. Like he can't take over the games at least. And versus Vayne King, all he can hope for is to be useful in terms of supporting the team. And I think that's what really is going to win them the game. Get Knight Rider alive, keep Reptier alive, and get Renekton in that back line. If she can do that, at least can repel herself. If she can do that, if Rogue the Shadow can do that, then I think they have a good chance of winning. But if, again, Rogue the Shadow tries to fight Vayne King, dies 4 times in lane within 10 minutes. I don't think there's gonna be much help for that.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'm just hoping that Karma goes more support this game and actually buys boots before 30 minutes. Wait, did she buy boots that game?
I don't know, but I just remember her having 1 item and 2 parts and QSS and no boots.
Yeah.
And it does look like Banking is gonna go AD Ezreal because he went Fervor. Or yeah, that's Fervor, right?
Yeah. He's safe to do that because, Rumble with his Equalizer and his Flame Spitter just gonna annihilate if they don't get any magic resist.
Alright, so it looks like we are in the game, and again, we have a dark screen. It's just loading up, and something I realized last game was that there's a fountain in health. Do you see that?
I do.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, it's just... Oh, there you go. Both teams buying some standard items.
Do you know if Jinx goes into the new Blade of the Ruin King build, or she just goes BF Hurricane still?
I feel like BF Hurricane is definitely a much better pick for her. Because she scales up crits so well. And well, let's look at the scoreboard. Observer. Producer? Scoreboard?
Alright, let's see if there's going to be a fight again.
So Blake does spot out the whole entire team.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
And they're just standing on the ward.
Yeah. MF started Q, which is good for early lane poke, but if they got an E, they could slow them down pretty good and get some more damage off. But
yeah, but just a simple trade there, and nothing much coming out of it. And Moose, can we get scoreboard up?
Karma did use a pot in that trade, and she doesn't have biscuits, so her sustain's going to be a little not so good. Something that Vayne King can take advantage of.
Yeah. Rogue the Shadow shouldn't have used that pot. I mean, she did get hit by the from Q, but he needs every advantage he can get. And it looks like our producer isn't here. Moose? Is Moose here? We need item sets, please. I don't hear anything.
Rip. Well, Renekton started Longsword 3 pots, so he's gonna have some early damage. We see Jinx does build into Doran's Blade, so probably will go BF in the Hurricane.
And Raptor just hitting the minions and having a good time. Rogue the Shadow just wants no business in trades. Just wants to see us safely.
Just walks in.
Rogue shouldn't be fighting. I hope Rogue, like you said, would play more supportive, but he just goes in and tries to fight Banking where he knows.
Right into the minions.
Exactly.
Just I don't approve of that.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Macro's just punching them. Oh, that's a nice double up.
Alright, top lane.
Blake though with the early pick again. Unlimited Gamers might be going down here. Flash is in the last second. I don't think that flash was used properly. Should have just left it up or flashed earlier.
I
but
feel like
Unlimited
Gamers should have seen that coming from last game.
Yeah, exact same pathing and exact same level 3 ganks, but well, not exact same. But scoreboard up? Moose? Scoreboard.
Alright, let's see. if Renekton can take over this top lane with the first blood. Oh, and we see Karma taking the worst of a trade again.
Oh my gosh. Ranking is making Ezreal look really good in the mid lane at this point.
It always comes up. Well, in every season, Ezreal mid becomes a thing for like 2-3 weeks.
And just take a look at that CS advantage. Just look at that mid lane CS advantage.
20. Yeah.
Rogue the Shadow had to back early and couldn't buy any items. So things aren't looking too good. But Knight Rider and Rampage doing pretty well in the bot lane. Does have a 4 CS disadvantage. And Breadbox trying to take a trade here. He's taken all that minion aggro, and Unlimited Gamers might have a kill here, but Breadbox forced to flash out. And I don't know about trading when there's a whole minion wave walking into your turret.
Yeah, once again, he has the kill, but he's down in CS and he doesn't seem to be trading as well. Oh.
TP is used by both top laners, and Youngbro fighting a 1v1 against Blake though. I don't think Youngbro wins this, and they both walk away.
And in the bot lane, with Braum, usually you could shield a lot of the poke, but with MFE, you just can't shield that. So Ashe is just taking lots and lots of poke. And
King Shenanigan getting ignited, has forced to flash away and heal. And King Shenanigan gets really low, and that's a great play by Rapideer, knowing that King Shenanigan doesn't really have anything to escape as a Ashe.
Now, no sums on the Ashe, so no escapes at all. But they will be pushing into the turret, so I'm pretty sure they're not going to tower dive with an Elise.
Another trade between these top laners, but Unlimited Gamers just roasts him down, and I don't know about these trades. Unlimited Gamers trying to hit that level 6, so he isn't threatened by Breadbox, but every time Breadbox tries to trade, he does take a lot of minion aggro, and I think it's more of an even trade every time. I don't think he really gets anything out of it.
I would say it goes more into Rumble's favor. These last trades I've been seeing.
Exactly.
I don't think it's been even.
And something to watch is that Vanking versus Rogue in the Shadow in the mid lane right now. Vanking getting pushed in because he has no mana, but he can't back yet because there's a wave pushing in. So Youngbro might be looking to gank mid.
Yeah, you need to alleviate some pressure so Ezreal could go back. Especially if he's building a tier. The later he builds it, the kind of worse off it is.
And Blake though just trying to creep into this top lane. Shh. I don't think Unlimited Gamers spotted him. And Breadbox trying to keep this a secret. Goes in, and Blake though can't land the cocoon because there's Unlimited Gamers might be going down here, and he does safely retreat with his flash up, but Blake though forcing him back.
Rumble had to go back to second tier just to back. Didn't want to die, which is smart by him.
And that was really good because now Unlimited Gamers loses a wave or more. And why did the camera move away? He flashed in.
Looks like Karma just flashed out.
Okay, alright.
Karma's flash is down, so if a regain were to happen, she wouldn't have that anymore.
Yeah, so that's a pretty good trade. Jungler for the mid laner, so now the laners, it's an advantage for Lmao Ayyy Gaming.
Let's see. There's no deep wards yet, except one in Tribush up top. So Skarner is seen going top lane.
Yeah,
so
now both. Yeah.
So this gives bot lane, a chance to go in without being scared.
Yeah, and they might be doing that. No, and Vanking has backed for that tier, but Rogue the Shadow actually hasn't backed yet. so he's really weak, and he might want to find a good spot to back after maybe getting some support from Blake though, because he's just gonna get pushed in by Vayne King, and that's not gonna be a good time.
Yeah, once Karma's mana is looking pretty down, so soon she's gonna have to go back, or else.
Youngbra might be, he's pulling Raptor actually, and this might be turned around for Lmao Ayyy Gaming. MF Ultimate getting stopped in his tracks, and Blake though is Blake though fails his splash, and down he goes. Rogue the Shadow getting pushed out of lane, and this might be it. Rogue Shadow might have to back here because he's 20 CS down, and he has no mana, and he only has a Doran's Ring.
It's sad that Ezreal got the kill in the bot lane fight, so he's going to be even more behind.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not very good for the Silver Wolves. That's exactly what they wanted to avoid. Top lane trading again. This top lane has been really spicy. They've just been trading all game.
Ashe with the red buff proc takes a turret shot for it.
I remember Hanser playing LCS, playing Teemo, and he didn't know he died. He didn't know why he got the turret aggro, and turns out it was his poison. And he just walked into turret aggro and died, and he was really confused. That's a little known fact, even for LCS players.
Yeah, I see it happen all the time. It looks like Ashe with low health. I forget which mastery keystone she took.
Oh wait, this might be a fight in the top lane. Limited Game is trying to trade back, and that's like an even trade, actually. And Ashe, I think she got Fervor Battle, if I remember correctly.
Alright, so with the news Warlords, yeah, mostly Fervor on everyone.
Well, she has double buffs though, so I don't think it matters. And she might be going in here, Rapture with the ultimate, and doesn't really hit King Shenanigans. But they really want that double buff. This is a gank here, right in the mid lane. Vayne King dodges all these skill shots, and he is
Nice dodge on the...
This might be a turnaround actually. Rogue the Shadow might be ulted by Youngbra, and Rogue the Shadow gets pulled in. Vayne King...
Blake just was standing there recalling.
Yeah, and Vayne King gets out safely. This might be 2 kills, but Youngbra survives. Yeah, I don't know what Blake Dove was doing there. Vayne King might be looking for Blake Dove here. I feel it! I feel it! But Blake Dove knows that too and cocoons him! What a great prediction there.
Vayne King might have gotten a little overconfident right there. Just a little bit.
A little bit. A little bit.
Rumble's gonna miss some CS. He's not gonna use teleport to go back top. So maybe they might be looking for a TP play around bot lane. Breadbox just clearing wards.
There are actually 2 pink wards for the Silver Wolves in the bot lane brushes.
They do not want to get ganked.
I'm surprised they didn't put one of those pink wards in the tri-bush. It's pretty interesting decision there for their bot lane.
Oh, MF might be right.
Rapture getting caught out! And goodbye. Good night, sequence. And in the mid lane, actually, wait, there's so many fights going on right here. Blake Dove can't really get anything. King Shenanigans try to kill Blake Dove. What are you doing? Blake Dove is dead. Blake Dove.
Yeah, Blake is dead.
Knight Rider might be in trouble here. And there's a fight in the top lane. Breadbox winning this trade so far. Unlimited Gamer still has his ultimate while Breadbox just used it. Unlimited Gamer is stabbing him. Stabbing. Knight Rider is in big trouble here. This is what the 80 carry in 2017 meme is. Goodbye.
Yeah, that feels bad. There's nothing Jinx could have done.
I mean, Knight Rider could have just... Yeah, no.
Yeah. Skarner with the question mark in all chat.
Turret has been destroyed.
And it does look like they do get that first tower bot lane, so this might be Cloud Drake for Lmao Ayyy Gaming.
Let's see if at least it's coming to contest.
Macros, but he doesn't do any damage. Rampage with the ultimate, but he also does no damage.
The TP and everyone leaves, so they might be able to get Air Drake off of that TP. Yeah,
so
they will.
So the TP coming in from Breadbox secures them the dragon, but ultimate coming in from Knight Rider doesn't have anyone. Ultimate! Oh my goodness! This is a huge burst from Lmao Ayyy Gaming, but the fight is still ongoing. King Shenanigans might go down here. Gets blasted coming back. Youngblood ult, but this wasn't Blake Dove looking for more. Flashes in with the cocoon and takes down Macros. Youngblood doesn't like that and looks to chase, but the Silver Wolves might just have turned around the game.
They're still 3k behind, but that was a good fight for them.
And all
Rumble is getting some damage on that top turret while Renekton TP'd away. He does have TP advantage for any cross-map plays they want to make right now.
So the bot lane turret is going very low. Youngblood doesn't have his ultimate, and Knight Rider takes down that bot lane turret. This is better than the Silver Wolves we saw in the first game.
Yeah, actually going for objectives and taking them. One of the better things about Jinx is she can push a turret real fast. You let her stack up her minigun and the turret goes bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So, fighting the top lane, but both of them just, yeah, not getting taken very low. They don't have enough items to one-shot each other yet, but that will come in like the next 5 to 10 minutes. Oh my gosh, the mid lane is getting spicy, but Unlimited Gamers fighting Breadbox again. And this mid, oh, Rogue the Shadow getting hit by every skill shot possible. What a great kill by Macros.
He walked up.
Yeah, I'm thinking Macros does get caught out by the cocoon again. Heal coming out, but Knight Rider with the snipe and taking down Macros.
The Jinx does have Hurricane now, so she will be able to push.
Oh, that's Breadbox coming in again. This time might be taking down Limited Gamers, but does not chase. I'm sorry, go on with what you're saying.
Jinx has BF and Hurricane, so she will be able to push waves fast and take turrets.
Yeah, so it does look like Jinx goes with that classic Runon's build. And Breadbox kind of is taking over this top lane, but is still 10 CS behind. But he might get a lot of damage on this tower.
Yeah. Rumble's not going to TP back. Oh, we do see reinforcements coming top.
And Breadbox kind of knows that. He's like, where's their whole team? Where's the support? Where's the jungler? And Blake Dove kind of here to aid him. And Macros might get caught out again, but decides to just walk away after a ward, which is a good decision.
Seems like Lmao Ayyy is just staying around mid, wants to push it down and open up the map for themselves a little bit more.
Broke the Shadow, taking down less than half health, and he's forced to back off. This might be a mid tower for Lmao Ayyy Gaming if they do decide to pour the resources in here. And Macros with a shield, and
Just a little hesitant. Gotta make the smart plays, don't want to get behind.
yeah, it looks like Youngbra decides to back, and there's a huge wave bot lane, so they might be trying to respond to that. And but all the ultimates were up, and I felt like they could have maybe force something. I don't think that would be really that risky at that point. And in turn, it might be Lmao Ayyy Gaming that lose their turret, but King Shenanigan is making his way up.
Four v 4 mid. I don't know if anyone really wants to try and fight.
Breadbox, you can see him walking down, but Limited Gamers is gonna arrive, and they might just collapse on Breadbox, and the Ash Arrow misses. And now it might be Lmao Ayyy Gaming. Youngblood taking a lot of damage.
I don't.
Yeah, he has to flash out. Good Jinx, trash, not trash. What am I saying? Trash placements in that fight to force that flash. And Moose, you might want to turn off chat. Go to the bottom left of the eye and then just turn off chat. Oh, Unlimited Gamers might be caught out here.
Oh.
What is that? Wait, what is that trap? Wait, why is one of them just...
maybe the Braum Shield?
Maybe. Ultimate coming out from all Lmao Gaming team members and takes down Rampage here.
Ooh, Ash gets caught out by Elise by herself.
Redbox might be in trouble here. Blade Dove also very low. Night Rider gets hit by the... Oh my goodness.
He shouldn't have a W and just lets himself
They're getting really low though, taking a turret shot. Blade Dove just wants to eat some fruits. That was a 1-for-2 fight? But
yeah.
Everyone's really low. Vinking misses it! Oh my gosh!
Oh.
I lied, he didn't miss.
Banking just seems to have Rogue's number. He can't dodge any of his skill shots.
And Vinking. Oh my god. Even if he dodged Vinking's Mystic shots, that King Shenanigan's arrow would have hit him anyways. That's an Inferno Drake, and that's gonna be huge for the Rumble, the Ezreal, and the Ashe.
Things are not looking up. It's not as bad as last game, but close.
Yeah,
someone just needs to break down the mid turrets, and then we'll see the game opened up.
Yeah, if Silver Wolves are able to catch out somebody right now, they will be able to take that mid tower. And Breadbox trying to trade again, but he just takes the turret shot. And now you see Lmao Ayyy Gaming putting 4 players in the mid lane, and Silver Wolves really have to respond to this, but it might be too little too late.
Yeah. I don't know why 2 of them went top. I don't know why 2 were like around bot. But now the game's opened up.
Yeah, Lmao Ayyy Gaming can keep pressuring this mid, which they don't decide to. But if they kept pressuring mid, they would have kept Blake Dove in the mid lane, and Unlimited Gamers might have gotten that top lane with that pressure. Considering all the ultimates are up for Lmao Ayyy Gaming, they aren't really that scared of any initiations from the Silver Wolves.
Yeah. I think next Lmao Ayyy Gaming is probably going to look at the top lane, because that turret seems to be pretty damaged.
Yeah, once you have all the outers out, then that really opens the game for them. But the Silver Wolves has something to say about that. They want to push out this mid lane. And Unlimited Gamers might be in trouble here. Flash is out. Good flash, but Brentbox goes in. Olsen, is he going to go down? We don't know. No, he doesn't. Rogue the Shadow, tagged out. Oh, Rogue the Shadow, tagged out. Rogue the Shadow just got tagged by everything. I don't know.
Just not having fun these games.
I don't know what Rogue the Shadow ever did to Lmao Ayyy Gaming, but it must have been really terrible because he just either he's a magnet or like, yeah, something's going on here. A Blake Dove. Blake Dove? Blake Dove? He has repel, but he has nowhere to repel to. Nice ultimate by macros. And Banking is here. Just autoing them down to death. Nice ultimate by Youngblood. Double kill for Banking. Triple kill? Triple kill for Banking.
Yeah, Banking's just gonna take over this game as well. They're gonna get the top turret right now.
I'm not sure what Rogue is building now. It does look like he might be building Haunting Guys, unless he's trying to build Rabadons, which would just be outrageous. But he does have boots this time, so he does. That's better than last game.
Run away from Skarner faster. Hopefully he goes in that Ardent.
Banking is not showing any respect. Banking. But right now, Lmao Ayyy Gaming just pressuring all sides of him. Yeah, like the Silver Wolves can't really do anything about this. They don't really have a great engage. Honestly, if they had picked a stronger engaged jungler, someone like maybe, I don't know, Gragas or like Sejuani. I feel like Sejuani would be really good, but like Sejuani isn't good right now, so
yeah.
A Sejuani MF would have been really nice. Or
yeah, now you start seeing Lmao Ayyy Gaming placing deeper wards now that they have all the outer turrets.
Yeah, and with those deeper wards, they can translate that to a Baron, a Dragon, and it'll be huge for them. And
does look like Silver Wolves are retaking Vision of Baron.
Silver Wards? Did you just call them wards? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And then all their wards are just going to be taken out again.
So, Lmao Ayyy Gaming actually looking to start this, and they start the Baron. The Silver Wolves either don't have an idea. Just burn this down.
Yeah, Jinx is bot. No one's anywhere near the Baron.
Ouch. Vanking did build that Triforce. That's gonna hurt a lot.
Yeah. Oh.
That's a third.
Yes, too. Yeah. Mid lane's just.
Oh my. It's almost a Flame Horizon.
Doesn't have 100 by 27 minutes. This game, I don't see hope.
Their jungler has more CS. Oh my goodness! What? Where did she go? I didn't. Oh man. Oh my.
You would think when a one trick gets their one trick, it wouldn't go like this.
That's.
This is sad.
I think. Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what needs to happen at this point. I'm just speechless, confused.
I don't think there's anything Silver Wolves can do. We're probably just gonna see a Lmao Ayyy just go back, buy up, and just push an N.
Like their team comp doesn't have anything that can really stop Banking from just jumping in and killing Knight Rider, killing Repetier, and killing, I guess, Rogue the Shadow, but he's probably already dead by then. Like, they have Renekton, sure, but once he goes in, he's just like, he doesn't really do much. He's not really that tanky either. Ultimate coming out from Rampage here, but he gets tagged by the Ashe ultimate, and goodbye.
I don't think they need to Skarner ult him as well, but
You gotta send a message, Firestar. Come on.
I guess I think these dominating games are message enough.
And Blake though, he might be stepping up a little bit too much. Flash is out. Nice Jinx traps, but there's no damage to follow up. Knight Rider almost going down from banking auto. And this might be game actually. There's a wave coming in, and the Silver Wolves. Oh, okay.
They're probably just gonna go bot. Yeah, they ping bot. There's a big wave bot.
And all the most ultimates for the Silver Wolves are actually up. So maybe Lmao Ayyy Gaming are a little scared. Unlimited Gamers might be going down here, but oh my gosh, Jinx ultimate barely misses. Young bruh goes in. Where did he go? Blake though has nowhere to go, and bot lane is taken. King Rider gets knocked up. Ron blocks all the damage, and oh my goodness, Red Box goodbye, and Lmao Ayyy Gaming is just full health.
This is sad. I wanted a competitive game, not some the GG easy. That's not cool. But
And there's not much the Silver Wolves can do.
there's not anything they can do.
Lmao Ayyy Gaming with the last push. Karma trying to save this game, but Lmao Ayyy Gaming with the 2-0 clean sweep on the Silver Wolves.
Yeah. The word clean is anything. It's these games. Not really any big mistakes by Lmao Ayyy Gaming. They just dominated both games and took them just real quick.
Yeah, Rogue the Shadow really disappointing because he did get what he wanted to play. He did want his Karma, and Lmao Ayyy Gaming was nice enough to give him this Karma pick, but as you can see in these two games, it hasn't been working out at all.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate.
And also, I guess I heard in the chat that Rogue the Shadow is actually a support main, which does explain the CS difference, but I don't know why they're running a support main in the mid lane.
That is a very good question.
Let me check.
Hopefully, he gets more practice in mid and he could start doing better. But this game was not a good showing at all.
I also think the Silver Wolves drafts weren't as good as Lmao Ayyy Gaming. Lmao Ayyy Gaming were able to draft a very nice combo with Ashe Skarner in both games, and the Silver Wolves allowed that. I don't think Lulu was the problem in that game, but they decided to ban it when I thought they should have banned the Ashe from King Shenanigan. Yes, King Shenanigan didn't take over lane per se, as much as Vayne King did, but the ultimates during this mid-late game were what just destroyed the Silver Wolves' hopes, if there were any in the first place.
Yeah, this Ashe era is just very good for catching, and especially with a disorganized team, is just too good, especially with Rumble.
Yeah, so I forgot to show the poll for the second game, but it was 80% to 20%. So
Yeah, that team
for
is
Lmao Ayyy Gaming. Yeah, so thanks for dropping by in this stream, and I hope you enjoyed it. And ignore the production errors. Just, let's not think about that. But I hope you enjoyed it, and Repotted signing off.
Fires are signing off too.
All right, let's cue to some music. Producer, music. Wait, stop.